What a year you're having. Do you know, no, what a career you're having. Because it just looks like you're going from strength to strength to strength. You're just progressing. Like, tell me how it feels seeing the hard work that you're putting in pay off.
Yeah, this is my second year with my coach Tony. He's honestly, I call him a magician. He just gets it. But I will say this year I'm a completely different athlete. Going to the Olympics really changed me as a person. I think you can see a picture of me sat on the media steps after my semi-final, and you can see the clock ticking in my head. That was when I decided things need to change. And honestly, I'm kind of glad it's showing in my indoor season, but the goal is definitely outdoors.
So when you say that it changed you as a person, could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, when you're running against the Americans and the Jamaicans and world record holders, and they start passing you as if you're jogging, that is so humbling. And it feels like absolute rubbish. Like you don't go to the Olympics to be, the worst. You go to compete, and yeah, like they were so strong. I take inspiration from all the American girls. And I just want to be as good as them.
So then how has that now pushed you and driven you in your approach since then?
I will say last year I used to get so nervous for lactic sessions, knowing that I'm going to feel like absolute rubbish at the end of the session. I used to get so nervous to the point where I wouldn't do well. This year I relish those sessions. I'm like, this is what's going to make me a strong hurdler. And in that way, something clicked. Somewhere around January 1st, something clicked in my training, and I thought, yeah, this is my year.
Just to add another element in terms of you as an athlete, you've been raising a lot of awareness about MS, and I've really wanted to speak to you about that because I don't feel like a lot of us understand what it means to have this condition as an athlete. So if you could give us a little bit of insight as to that and what your experience is like, please.
Yeah, I will say my MS differs from the Paralympians. So Ali Smith and Kadina Smith also have MS, but they've got progressive MS. Mine is relapsing remitting, so that means I'll basically have symptoms and then I'll go into remission. So they'll basically go away. The inflammation goes down, and I've been fortunate enough to make full recoveries from my relapses. I'd say probably 95% recovery. So in that way, I treat my relapses as other athletes treat injuries. Take the rest, figure out what might have gone wrong, what my triggers were, and just take a step back. But I honestly think I've rested more this year and last year from training, and I honestly think it's made such a difference. Rest is really important. I've got 2 rest days a week, which I think is important as someone living with a chronic condition, but also as an athlete, it's just made me a lot better.
So does that impact how you're able to compete and when you're able to compete? Because you can't predict when you're going to have...
Yeah, it's only affected me once in my career, and that was at the 2022 World Championships. I did suffer a relapse around 3 days before my heat. I ran 3 seconds slower than what I can. A lot of people ask me why I still went out and raced. I don't regret that decision at all. With MS, it's so unpredictable. You just don't know if you're going to make the next World Champs or the Olympics. So for me, I was like, this might be my one and only shot, so just go out there and experience it anyway. And now when I go into races feeling 100%, I just enjoy it. You'll always see me smiling at the end of the race, even if it felt rubbish like this semi did. I'll still smile, because I'm just so fortunate and so lucky to be able to do this.